Imagine an invisible entity that watches you every single day. It knows exactly where you've been, who you've interacted with, what you bought last night, what you're thinking about buying next week, what makes you smile, what keeps you up at night. It even knows your deepest fears and the ones you haven't discovered yet. Sounds like something out of a dystopian sci-fi movie or a conspiracy theory, right? But it's not. This entity is real. It's not a government spy, not an all-powerful artificial intelligence hidden in a bunker. It's something far more common, far more dangerous because of how unnoticed it goes. It's inside almost every smartphone, every tablet, every computer. And it goes by a name you've probably said hundreds of times: Facebook. What you're about to discover in this video will completely change the way you see the world's most popular social media platform. Facebook isn't just a place to post selfies, share memes, or message your friends. Beneath its friendly blue interface hides one of the most advanced systems of digital surveillance ever created. A machine designed to track, monitor, predict, and profit from every move you make online, and sometimes even offline. Before we dive deep into this rabbit hole, do me a quick favor. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because what you're about to hear won't be promoted by any algorithm. In fact, this is exactly what the algorithm doesn't want you to know. When you create a Facebook account, the process seems harmless. You provide some basic information: your name, date of birth, email, and phone number. But that's just the beginning. From the moment you start using the platform, you begin a continuous and often unnoticed process of voluntarily handing over personal data. And we're not just talking about what you write on your profile. You reveal far more than you imagine: who your closest friends are, who you interact with most often, your political preferences, your musical tastes, the places you frequent, your religious beliefs, your opinions on various topics, and even intimate details of your daily life. Every like, every comment, every post, even the ones you delete, are stored and analyzed. Even the speed at which you scroll through your feed, the seconds you spend looking at a photo, or the time you take to type and delete a message are tracked. This is called behavioral telemetry, and Facebook uses it extensively. When you react to a post with a like or a love, you're revealing something about your emotions and preferences. If you share memes about anxiety, sadness, or resilience, you're dropping clues about your emotional state. If you join groups about motherhood, fitness, politics, or spirituality, you're exposing personal interests and values, and all of this feeds the platform's algorithms. But perhaps the most alarming part is that you're not just giving away data about yourself. You're giving away information about others. When you tag a friend in a photo, mention someone in a comment, or add a new connection, you're helping map out the web of relationships that Facebook constantly tracks and analyzes. It's as if each user is a puzzle piece, helping the platform complete the picture of everyone else. And the most disturbing part? You're doing it willingly, often believing you're just having fun or killing time. Without realizing it, you're feeding a sophisticated data collection system, one that knows you better than your friends, your family, or even yourself. In short, Facebook doesn't need to invade your privacy. You hand everything over on a silver platter, and while you're liking, sharing, and commenting, The platform is silently recording every detail because for them, information means power and profit. You might think you're in control while scrolling through Facebook, but in reality, you're being watched every second. Literally every move you make is tracked, recorded, and analyzed. And it goes far beyond just likes and posts. Did you know that Facebook even tracks what you type but don't publish? Yes, even if you write something in a moment of impulse, regret it, and delete it before clicking post, the platform still records that behavior. This is called suppressed behavior tracking, and it reveals just how deep Facebook's data collection really goes. The time you spend staring at a specific image, the exact moment you stop watching a video, the stories you watch until the end, the ones you skip in seconds, everything is logged. Even if you zoom into a photo or hold your finger on a video, those micro interactions are analyzed. Even your inactivity is being watched. What you don't do says as much as what you do. They know when you're feeling sad, anxious, or bored. If you tend to browse more at night, interact with certain types of content on specific days, or impulsively click on ads, all of it is tracked. It's not an exaggeration to say Facebook builds a detailed psychological model of you. They know how to grab your attention, how to keep it, and more importantly, how to push you into action. This intense surveillance has a very specific goal: to feed algorithms with surgical precision, algorithms that recommend content and deliver hyper-targeted ads. The more Facebook understands how you think, feel, and make decisions, the easier it becomes to predict your behavior. And once your behavior is predictable, you become incredibly valuable to advertisers. Imagine a seller who knows exactly what you want, when you want it, how much you're willing to pay, and what emotional weakness you're experiencing at that moment. That's exactly what Facebook offers its clients: a direct shortcut to your mind. And the worst part, it all happens while you're casually swiping your screen, thinking you're just passing time. But in truth, you're feeding a system that doesn't just watch you, it studies you. A system that anticipates your desires, understands your insecurities, and turns it all into profit. You might think you're safe the moment you close the Facebook app, that once you're out of the platform, you're out of their reach. But that's a dangerous illusion. The truth is, Facebook continues to track you, even when you're not using Facebook at all. How? Through an invisible, silent network that stretches across almost the entire internet. Millions of websites, online stores, blogs, news portals, and mobile apps use Meta's hidden tracking tools, things like tracking pixels, scripts, and monitoring APIs embedded deep within the pages you visit every day. See those like or share buttons you find on countless websites? Even if you don't click them, their mere presence allows Facebook to collect data about your visit. And it gets worse. Even if you're not logged into your Facebook account, the company can still link your activity to your profile using browser cookies and device identifiers. But it doesn't stop there. Every time you log into another website or app using your Facebook account, something that seems convenient and fast, you're actually opening the door to even more data collection. That simple login gives Meta access to where you logged in, how long you stayed, what kind of content you viewed, and whether you made a purchase. In other words, your shopping habits, your search history, your vacation bookings, Your streaming preferences, all of it, can be tracked and stored. The products you click on, the videos you watch, the items you leave in your cart. Facebook sees far beyond its own app. It's like Facebook has an invisible eye watching every tab you open, a form of silent, persistent surveillance that's nearly impossible to escape, unless you start using advanced privacy tools like tracking blockers, anonymous browsers, or VPNs. And even then, there's no guarantee you're fully protected. In short, closing the app doesn't disconnect Facebook from your life, because Facebook isn't just an app. It's a digital infrastructure embedded into the fabric of the Internet, a system that collects your data while you believe you're safe. And in the end, all that information becomes another piece of the puzzle Facebook builds about you, to predict you, influence you, and, of course, to sell you. If the app has access to your phone's GPS, it knows where you are right now, and where you were yesterday, and who you were with, and how often. On top of that, Facebook uses facial recognition technology to identify people in photos, even if no one is tagged. That means even if you don't post anything yourself, you can still be tracked through your friends' posts or even through photos taken by strangers. The platform knows when you went to a party, to a protest, or to a hospital. It knows who you appear with most frequently and how long you spend together. This is real-time social surveillance, and it's far more advanced than most people realize. The most disturbing part? You don't even need to have a Facebook account for the company to have information about you. Yes, that's right. Through phone contacts uploaded by other users, your name, phone number, and email may already be stored on Facebook servers, even if you've never signed up. These are known as shadow profiles. They're invisible to the public, but internally they're used to predict behavior, suggest connections, and expand Facebook's tracking network. A lot of people say, but if it's free, what's the problem? The answer is simple. If you're not paying for the product, then you are the product. Facebook makes billions by selling access to your behavior to advertisers. They don't sell your data directly. They sell your attention. And to capture that attention, the algorithm doesn't hesitate to trigger anger, fear, envy, or anxiety. It shows you exactly what will keep you scrolling. Advertisers buy that attention and use your information to sell products, push ideas, promote lifestyles, and even manipulate votes. In 2018, the world learned about Cambridge Analytica, a company that used data from millions of Facebook users without permission to influence elections in the US and the UK. But that wasn't an isolated case. Since then, numerous reports have exposed the misuse of data by Facebook itself. The truth is, Facebook has become a powerful tool for mass manipulation. Political groups, corporations, and even governments use the platform to spread misinformation, fuel division, and reinforce polarizing narratives. What was once meant to be a space for connecting with friends has become an invisible battleground. And you are the ammunition. With so much data, Facebook doesn't just know what you do. It can predict what you're going to do. Based on your behavioral patterns, the platform can detect if you are about to end a relationship, enter into a depressive state, pregnant, even before you know it yourself, about to change jobs or move to a new city. These predictions are powered by artificial intelligence and advanced algorithms, and they work. This kind of information is what makes Meta one of the most valuable companies in the world. Because whoever holds the data holds the power. It's almost impossible to completely escape Facebook's surveillance, but you can reduce its impact. Review your privacy settings. Limit access to your location. Avoid using Facebook to log into other apps and websites. Use tracking blockers on your browser. Think carefully about what you share and with whom. And perhaps most importantly, rethink your relationship with the platform. Is it really worth giving away so much information in exchange for memes and likes? Now that you know the truth, you have to decide. Will you keep being silently monitored, or will you take control of your digital life? If this video opened your eyes, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to see this. See you in the next video, if the algorithm lets us.